as teachers, we all have days that are maybe not so good as others. We're facing constant challenges every day, and sometimes we have bad lessons, sometimes we have good lessons. Just want to ask the three of you, what are some of the things that get you through the tough days? Blake, do you want to start us off?
I think it's possibly the reason that many of us get into teaching, and it's also the reason that keeps us going in, your first year teaching in COVID and all those sorts of things is the impact you make on the students, even if you don't know it. You walk into work and you may have this insurmountable workload, things are going wrong, you don't really know what you're doing, you're still finding your way. But from what I've learned, even with all those things going on in the background, the kids don't generally see it. They just appreciate the relationship you built with them. That was our last point. And even if it's just someone there to smile and say good morning, they don't see all that going on in the background. That's sort of your professional burden as a teacher. But definitely that impact and knowing that you've made a difference is what keeps me going. Yeah. What do you think, Linda?
Absolutely. I think you've nailed it. Like, there's the impact that you have on the kids, especially, they don't see it. But sometimes you realize, or you think, oh, I'm not making a difference. The kids aren't enjoying it, or they don't like my teaching. And then you have one or two kids being like, thanks for the lesson, miss. That was great. Or thanks for the lesson, sir. That was awesome. Like, those little moments really make it worthwhile as well. And I also think in terms of developing our confidence as teachers, just having colleagues who respect what you do, who appreciate your contribution to the team, and just having your mentor teacher being like, good job today. Like, you've had a tough class, but you smashed it. You know who the naughty kids are, or the back row bandits. That's one step closer to being a better teacher. Absolutely. Andrew?
It's such a meaningful job, even though you have some tough days, some bad days where you might not get it right. You have those lessons where you absolutely ace it and you can see the kids are engaged and it really works. It's so good when you have those lessons. It's so worth it. I think, in terms of the tough days, communicating with your work colleagues is just so important, because it's through communicating with your colleagues that, if you're having a tough day, you'll talk to your colleague and they might say, oh yeah, that happened to me as well the other day. And connecting in that way, whether it be with other people in your faculty department, other beginning teachers, it's really good to have some friends who are also graduates. You can bounce experiences off one another. That's just I find it such a powerful thing that if I do have a bad day, I'll go talk to someone, they'll tell me an experience they had that's similar. So sort of that, that staff bonding and stuff like that is just such a huge thing to have. And that's why it's so important to have a good school culture as well, and a good staff room culture. It's good to be able to be vulnerable with your work colleagues and have them feel as though they can be vulnerable with you as well, because it doesn't always go to plan. Okay, one piece of advice to new teachers, that's it. You're not going to get it right all the time. So
yeah. Definitely. Yeah, I agree with all of you guys. And I think we're so lucky that as teachers, we're in a job where we're not boxed up in an office. We're always social. We have people to talk to. So even if, you are having a tough day, you can talk to your colleagues, you can talk to your friends, like even the students as well, because I teach such little kids. And like you guys said, they're oblivious of what's happening outside the classroom and outside of their own lives, that sometimes just having a little conversation with them is just, brings so much more light into my life, I think, and it's really great.